City Hall Annex, I think is what we call it now.
Yes.
And so to do street improvements. And so we ended up publishing that notice according to state law. That notice was published. The 45-day waiting period has now expired. That expired last week. And we are prepared and published a notice of sale, a preliminary official statement yesterday for a bond sale that is going to occur next Tuesday. Then I will be back in front of you again next Tuesday night with the results of that bond sale. Now, right now, we're going to sell the bonds via competitive sale. That means effectively we're going to settle at an auction. Syndicates of underwriters will make offers for our bonds, and we will award the sale of the bonds to the underwriting syndicate that offers us the lowest net interest cost. During the time the notice was published, we also undertook to get the obligations rated by Standard & Poor's. We received a rating of A+ with a stable outlook from Standard & Poor's last week, which is effectively what we expected, quite honestly. It was a good rating report. Being a small city with basically 2 square miles of tax value, it's hard for us to get above an A+, just because we're so small and we'll never get the type of tax rate group that some of our peers who aren't as landlocked might get. But I'm not disappointed in that. I would expect, based on some sales that occurred yesterday, most notably there was a municipal utility district sale for a AA credit that occurred yesterday. That particular winning interest rate on that obligation was a 2.15 or 2.15. The rest of the bids came in roughly around the 2.30. So right now, based on the market's performance today, again, we've got a week until our sale. I'm going to suggest that things stay roughly the way they are. We're going to be in that low 2% range. We will settle enough obligations to fund both of those projects to the extent that you determine not to use as much money on the annex as you originally thought. You can redeploy those funds into street improvements. So we have flexibility there to do. So that's what we've been up to for the last 45 days. Again, work with Paula and Marvin on getting the notice of sale, preliminary official statement, and most importantly, the rating completed. I want to compliment Marvin and Paula and whatever other staff or support they might have received during the rating process. It's very important. The rating agency was very thorough, even maybe more so right now than ever before because of COVID and some things that they've learned during that time. But the city performed very well. Marvin and Paul did a great job. So I'll stop now and answer any questions.
Before you go too far, what you have on the total minimum production from the sale is $3,472,562. What is the net? Do you know the net?
We will sell up bonds to yield at least that amount of money.
Okay.
So that would be the minimum net that we would accept. So that's the cost plus cost of issuance.
So the cost of issuance will be in that total amount, correct?
That's correct, sir.
Okay.
What is the cost of issuance?
70,000.
70,000. I rounded it up to 70, Steve. That includes the rating agency fee of $13,500. That includes the attorney general fee, which is $1 per thousand principal. That's also included in their bond counsel, light fees, and then we'll have some modest printing and posting fees for our financial notices.
Okay. Anybody got any questions? Mr. Mayor?
In my understanding, then, out of the total that we're going for, the 1 point, there's two different.
I think where rates, the sale month rates have inched up. They hit a really low spot about 2 weeks ago with the 10-year Treasury. I don't know if anybody pays attention to it, but 10-year Treasury dipped down into about a 1.13 range in a trading day. Now it's back up in the 140 area. And municipal rates trailed that up last week, but we're still in a good spot to offer these obligations. I still think the market's in a very strong position for borrowers.
Dan?
The international is occurring right now. Yeah, the stocks were off today, but you know, if you look at what the stocks have done since the first of the year, we've had a pretty good run up in stocks. So there's probably some value grabbing out there. So right now we're in pretty good shape. Yeah, again, Steve, you know how it is. The week can make a lot of difference. But right now, I think we're in a good place.
Dan?
We can still move money around between the two, I guess, in subcategories, for the street improvement and the renovation of City Hall, library, police, and fire department. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir, that's correct. We are limited to moving around among those things that we published in our notice of intent. Now, what we couldn't do was go do something that doesn't involve streets or doesn't involve the City Hall annex. Again, think about that. We could not go use it on utility improvement because we didn't put that in our notice.
So I would,
we are correct. We can move it between those two uses.
okay, that answers my question.
And we can do that all the way up until the time we spend it. That's correct, sir.
Anybody else have anything for Craig? Marvin, are you looking for any action?
No, we're not looking for any action. We just wanted to update the council because next, the 24th is when the ordinance will be up before the council for discussion.
Okay. All right, so,
Now, let me back day a little bit. As I indicated earlier, we published the notice of sale or the preliminary official statement. That went out electronically to a number of bidders today, actually yesterday. But they're all looking that over. And then next Tuesday morning, we will take bids at 10 a.m. Central Time. It'll all be done electronically. As a matter of fact, Marvin, Councilman Holland, anybody else that wants a link so they can watch that. You know, as bid comes in, I'm happy to provide it to you. It's on a platform called Parity. They'll list the bids as they come in.